Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Room here to run. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Slot man moves right. From the 50, here's Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Ready. Right.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Off play action, Fields. On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Fields. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. A first down carry for Barkley. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields going to take this himself. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Touchdown Jaguars! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
10 cycles. 6, 7, hustle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Ready up.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamison Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. On 2nd and 9, Fields.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Past the 20. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. Flush to his right. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Fields. Throw right side complete to Dotson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now it's Fields rolling to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down. Kicks the game-winning field.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Let's go now. Field, black. Slide through. Hut.
They'll look to throw here. They'll find Williams on the slant. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Fields now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit.
And no issues in that one for the Commanders, just further expanding that lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete.
Here we go.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Touchdown Colts. Cordero Patterson. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are back within a score.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because... Oh, wide open, complete! Touchdown, Jaguars!
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the...
He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jamison Williams
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. shotgun. They run with Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. He's back to throw.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now receiver in motion left.
Ritter will throw for it.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the